Hi, guys. Welcome back to Transits and Tactics with me, Julia Stapleton, and Anita Keene. We are so excited. We are in the new transit, and it's all about creative self-expression. So the solar transit is in gate 1, right? It's the gate on your G center, on your identity center. This is the energy of self, and we are here to tap into our creativity. Sometimes this gate is called the gate of creativity, and it's the gate of direction in the now. It's also known as the gate of the Sphinx. I really, really love this. I felt this energy literally as the transit began.
Mm.
And the way, to see this is really a creative artist energy. Sometimes the artist has to look at the blank canvas and focus on the blankness. And sometimes in life we hit these pauses where there's almost like nothing is happening, or we're bored and feeling a little, in a limbo, and we start fighting this and feeling bad about it. But this is the energy where if you just stare in the blank space, in front of you, that's when your brain kind of resets, and it can start going into this creative stage, thinking something, making something happen. And this is exactly the transit for that with this gate in gate 1, because it's about having this courage in a way to show up, do things your way, and not be in your own way. So this is what happens to us a lot. We get into in our own way of this expression because maybe it's a little bit different than we're used to, or it maybe scares us, or there's other people in our way. And this is like the artist. Actually, it's an energy of working alone. So number one, aloneness, right? So we want to be in our own space, and we want to create, and it's very important. And I think it's especially for business and especially for marketing. This is the energy that you can create a lot. A lot can come out of you if you let it flow, right? Allow yourself to express yourself whichever way it comes out, but don't think. So that's how you get into your own way. Don't think what's gonna happen if I do this, because this is not the energy for the sake of, for example, to create recognition, to attract clients. Or the moment you start thinking like this, you are stalling this energy. This is the energy for creating for the sake of the creation, for expressing yourself for the sake of expressing yourself. And I'm kind of like considering myself an expert on that, even though I don't have gate 1 in my design. But this is something that I always preach. I say, focus within, do it for yourself. It's not about what they need to hear. It's not about to get clients. It's about you showing up in your own full authenticity, owning it, creating from that space. So this transit really reflects this energy even more. So this is really important. Immerse in your creativity, immerse in creating offers. There could be fresh new ways to do something, and also remember, the creativity is not a constant process. This is another kind of misconception, and we can be really heavy on ourselves because we start doing something, but then this energy waxes and wanes in cycles, and we don't recognize that this is a cycle. We don't recognize that the expansion at some point needs to contract and to expand again. How you breathe, in and out. The world works this way. The world we're living is working this way. There's night and day. Allow this energy to go through the cycles. When you're creative and you have more of this energy, create. When it goes down, don't be scared. It's going to come back. Rest, relax, switch off. It's all good. Trust this process, because this is a beautiful, beautiful process. The only one of the things, and I actually got myself affected by it, you can focus on tasks that are meaningless. I spent till probably 2 o'clock in the morning clearing out old images from my website. Really, this is not something that I needed to spend time on. And I kind of smiled at the end before I went to sleep. I thought, there it is. There it is. I just got dragged into this. And yes, it was about something new and creating freshness and creating new space and, reducing the space this website takes on the server. but did I really need to do this? So be careful about where you put your energy, because the transit goes, it's only a few days, 6 days, right? It's going to end, and you have this opportunity. Try and spend it on something that can have, not for the getting clients and that kind of tangible recognition, but for yourself, but something that of more importance, I think, is important. And then we have the grounding energy of the earth in gate 2. And the gate 2, I love this 2 gates also. It's also your identity center gate, and it's the gate of direction of the self or receptivity. And I love this because this adds a flair of intuition. You basically, people who have gate 2 in their design, they have this innate knowing what their true purpose is. They know, they kind of feel their direction, and it's really beautiful because it gives you a conviction that you need to follow your path with determination. So don't be afraid if you have, don't be surprised if you have aha moments this week about what is your direction, what is your purpose, and what are you following? What is this big vision? And you know what? With big visions, you don't have to commit for it. It's not like a tattoo. It's a big vision for you right now, so that you can move towards it, and it can then maybe change and adapt. And this is what this receptivity energy is about as well. It's about the fact that you can trust the direction, trust that whatever is thrown at you, you can adapt to it, adapt to what life offers you, find right allies that can help you with this, and trust your inner guidance. Don't trust your mind that is going to try and sabotage or rationalize or, give you all the whole list of reasons not to, or yes to, because it looks good on paper. If your intuition, I'm having problems with English today. If your intuition is taking you into a different direction, follow it. You have your body knows. It's really, really amazing to trust that. And of course, the harmonic gate 8. If you have the gate 8 in your design, then you have the whole channel of inspiration formed, and it's again a beautiful, beautiful channel, and the energy of being a creative role model, expressing yourself, and having that courage to stand out, express yourself in a very unique way. So think about this. This is about you. This energy this week is all about you. It's not about what you will, what is the ripple effect of this in terms of your finances, in terms of, what others will, how will they perceive you. Put the blinkers on, focus within. You have the intuition what to do. You have this creativity, or you can at least navigate the creativity. Remember, if you're feeling sad or melancholic, that is also a source of creativity. Start writing, reflect on things that make you sad. Melancholy is a beautiful, beautiful springboard for a lot of creative things. I actually literally move through life from misery, guys. So I know when you're miserable, do anything not to be miserable. Use it as a springboard, So this is something that that you can do. And remember, if you do have the gate 8 and you have this channel of inspiration, you are here to be inspirational. Sometimes you might feel like you want to give others advice, or just kind of dump something on them, some sort of like some sort of channeled download. But it's a projected channel. So in the personal interaction, wait to be invited. And this is why I really love online visibility, because it gives us an opportunity to show up with what we have to say. So whatever download is coming, you don't have to say it to that specific person. Maybe you can create a piece of content out of it, right? And then there will be so many more people you can help with that. There's so many more people that could self-identify with what you have to say. But then it's not a direct interaction, so you do not need to wait to be invited to create your content. And that is absolutely fantastic. Write an article, turn on, video and whatever you're using, Zoom, record yourself, talk. This is a fantastic, fantastic energy. So show up for the sake of your own creative expression this week. And I'm really excited. I feel like there is a sense of newness and this sense of, I wouldn't even, direction, yes, something big ahead feels right. That's how I would describe how I'm feeling. Anita, how about you?
Yeah, absolutely. I have this channel defined both in different areas. consciously and unconsciously. So I love this. To me, this is like the etchy sketch of, kids' toys. There's an etchy sketch where they draw a picture and then they can put a thing across the screen and they blank it again. It's just the most beautiful way to look. If I'm stuck, okay, let's just reset. Let's just not worry about being stuck. Let's not ask what's wrong. Let's literally just go back in, go quiet, get out of the mind, right? So in this energy this week, it's really designed once we've come through all the fears of the spleen, which we have over the last 6 weeks. You once you can manage your fears or understand your fears, now you have the capacity to actually connect with this energy in your chart. And when you feel lost or when you feel melancholic, the melancholic for the individual circuitry, which this is the same as frustration for the generator type. Frustration for the generator type isn't something wrong. It's saying you're about to break through. So you need to understand that the emotional energy, if you're judging it, you miss the point of what's happening. So many people will take the melancholy or take the frustration or the bitterness and kind of go, oh, well, that's the way it is. I'm not going to bother. The ER energy, right? ER in it's that English story, Paddington Bear, right? Oh dear, energy, right? Instead, just get out of your mind. Don't try to fix. Don't try to um, follow the feeling, let it through. And to me, this is the gate of the channel. So when you are recognized for this energy, you're recognized as a creative channel. And that's very important for our projectors as well, because the projectors thinks, I'm waiting for the invitation, but you're waiting to be recognized for what you're good at. Really, that's what you're waiting for, right? And the more you can work that, the better. But also, as you said, the gate 5611, the channel 5611 is also defined this week. So our ability to be careful about the stories that we tell ourselves that stop us from moving forward, right? That stop us from allowing our creativity through. And now is the time to write the stories, to rewrite the stories. I feel like this is turning a new leaf, a new page in our book, in our life. Write your story and write it without the crap that you've already gone through. Let's start writing a new story based on what did work, not what didn't, what will work, not what won't, and um, allow yourself the joy really of being that channel. And this is a very magnetic energy. So be the channel and allow yourself to magnetize to you what you want in your life instead of going out seeking, grasping, whatever, right? Does that make sense?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. It's really is a beautiful energy. To be honest with you, I'm kind of feeling like I don't even have anything to add to this
Mm,
because
mm,
this is where I suspect is this oneness where it's about just do it on your own. This is not even about don't talk about it even.
mhm,
Just
mhm.
go and do something, express trust your whatever you are drawn to. So
That's so true. I
yeah.
think it's really when you feel that melancholy, it's like breathing in and breathing out. When you're active, but when you get this energy where you feel like you have less energy, we're not designed to go full on all the time. Even manifesting generations and generators, we're not designed for that. So allow the withdrawal, allow the breath in to reset your intuition, your instincts, your insights, and then be ready to come out again. It's when you look at it in the chart, there's many areas where we withdraw for our time, but it's alone time. It's not our my time, my creative time. It's not, oh, I'm lonely and alone. It's not that. But it can be mistaken as that. So you're absolutely right. Just step back, give yourself the space to let the creative juices come through because that's all that's needed. We lose
It's
that.
true.
Yeah.
Actually, what's interesting is that, yes, there's so many people who are, I find, afraid to slow down. They're
Mm.
afraid, and actually, not excluding everyone else, because, every type has this kind of, impatience in them. Projectors are terribly impatient. We are
Mm.
so impatient because we want to be recognized. So we're just going to push and initiate and do these things, instead of focusing on the actual self-expression, on getting into that zone and showing up with that, and then finding, because we're not just waiting for anyone to invite us to anything. That's desperate. You can be invited and say yes to really horrible things, and then you'll end up hurt, and then you'll be bitter for the rest of your life. You don't want that, right? But
Mm.
you're waiting for the correct, for you specifically, invitation. So not that just someone recognizes that you're awesome. I've had that situation so many times in my life where people say, oh, you're great at insert something in this blank space, right? But I don't care. Yes, I know, I don't care about that. This is not where I feel like really seen. So, this is, but how can people see what I really want them to see if I'm not showing it to the world? See, this is the way. So think about, and taking the break as well. The thing is that we're afraid to slow down because we think that everything will come to a stall. But I find in my experience, sometimes the pauses need to be longer because you need to recharge. And sometimes it's just you decide, okay, you know what? Yeah, I'm slowing down, taking a day off. And at that moment, everything that was building up breaks through.
Yes.
And it wasn't even that you had to wait or had to like rest or whichever, whatever mental image you might have, take a nap. No, it's just you decided to let go of it, and you opened up the void for this good stuff to come in. And the good stuff comes in is like, hey, actually, we're ready now, so let's go, and you're like, okay. And I find that today, this transit, exactly, we have this energy with showing up and creative expression on your own, within your own world. This is the pause is not the stillness. When we're looking, in front of us in the empty space, we're daydreaming. That's where a lot of good stuff happens in your daydreaming stage. A lot of insights come to you because you're not distracted. You're actually giving a chance for your own self to, to clear something out for your own, in your own energetics, right? In your own mind. And then we have this intuition. So it doesn't, just trust your intuition, trust your guidance. If your guidance says slow down, slow down. If your guidance says this is it, this is the path, this is the door to the new direction, just take a leap of faith, go through that door. So it's a wonderful, wonderful energy, guys, this week. I am delighted we're able to come and sort of like present it to you. This is the energy also in one of the sources I was reading. This is the energy that might not be as obvious in the first couple of days of the transit. So now it's like the second day, I think. So in the fourth, fifth, sixth day, when we have the upper triagram lines, that's when we start feeling more of this energy. So hopefully you've heard this before that and you're ready. And I really want to wish you a wonderful, wonderful transit.